Hey, everybody. So, thanks for joining the Better Wounds podcast. If you're been following or anything, I really appreciate it. I just finished doing a get ready with me section of the pod where I was getting ready for my procedure. I'm now 1 month out from my procedure and I wanted to touch base to let you know how things are going. I'm going to be continuing to find people to talk to and interview, share tips to stay healthy, get better faster, deal with any wound issues that are coming up. So definitely touch base if you need something or need more information about something in particular. But really, I just wanted to update on how that first month goes. I know, we're headed into the season of some of you are going to be doing the exact same thing. And I cannot stress how important the preparation phase of this whole cosmetic procedure journey is. I went in very strong. I knew lots about the procedure and, what to expect from healing because I work with people all the time. But man, there were just some things that I was totally not like really ready for. And I'm sure that is the case. I know that's the case for a lot of you out there, just from conversations that I've had. But absolutely 100% going in strong is super important. So if you're waiting to have your surgery, get walking, start lifting some weights, make sure your arms are strong because they're going to do a lot of work helping you shift around in bed. You need to make sure that you have a nice, comfortable place to land. Have that all set up before you get started or before you have your procedure. You need to have that place that you're going to sleep when you first get home. That first 24 to 48 hours was pretty brutal. So have that bed set up. I'm talking to a fantastic company that makes a beautiful pillow setup. There's lots of options for you there, but absolutely like wedges, pillows, lots of comfortable bedding. My skin was like just overall so irritated. Anything soft, cozy, luxurious that makes you feel, just like, okay, I'm safe, 100% get it. Get lots of different kinds of drinks because that was like all I really wanted. I wanted like comfort, like as if I was sick, comfort food. I don't normally take any medication, so to be on pain medication regularly and all that kind of thing was really a big thing. So, have some things that you enjoy eating. I work with Solenu. I took those products 3 weeks before and I'm continuing to be on the 1 scoop a day, and everything is healing beautifully. So I definitely recommend that as an option for your supplementation. But real food, good quality snacks, lots of drinks, because that might be all you really want to take in. So a variety of things. And it was hard to eat at first, because you're swollen and the garments are weird. And so, like you don't have a lot of room for food. So small meals, you'll probably need more of them. Like I would wind up being hungry at times I don't really wasn't. And whatever, it's all good. So absolutely that. Um, Comfortable jammies, an extra bathrobe, something to change into while your other things are being washed, extra pads for the leaking that you might have if you're having liposuction from those openings. So plenty of ABD pads to soak up draining those first 48 hours, not on my body, but down by my knees. I think it was just the swelling. So whenever I would sit down to pee, my knees would leak for the first day. So that was fun. We put a plastic bed sheet, like not bed sheet, a plastic dining table cloth, like an old school one, on the floor next to the bed just in case my knees leaked. We didn't want to stain the um, beige light carpet. So luckily I did not ruin the carpet. So I happened to stay at my mom's house because she had an extra bed for me, so I didn't have to worry about bothering my husband or anything. And I actually was a little worried about my son, who's 16, getting freaked out by seeing me not at 100%. So I just chose to stay at my mom's house because she could kind of do mommy pampering. So I totally let her do the mom thing. She jokes now that we kind of went through the whole thing together. So, you know, I was very lucky. Everybody was supportive, but I did choose to kind of like keep myself sequestered to a lot of that was for myself too, right? Like as the mom, as the whatever, I'm usually making sure everybody else is okay. And so, needing to ask for help, I know, and just like I'm not normally naked around my son. So not that I was naked, but you're exposed, you don't know what's going on. It's a very odd situation to be in. So whatever, I just let mom handle it for me. Um, and knowing when to take breaks. I get very nauseous quite frequently. I get car sick normally, but that's something I didn't expect it to last for several days. So like the taking a shower made me really nauseous, and I wasn't even like, totally saturating myself. It was just the sensation of water hitting my body. So it on my back was a little bit better, and then I just kind of bird bathed it a little bit, and probably on day 2 or 3, I felt a little bit more comfortable getting fully soaked. So just be prepared. Like after a shower, I needed to lay down. I was completely exhausted from that activity. So like every activity made me exhausted. So for sure, you need that first week where you're really going to hunker down, stay in a nice cozy space. You've got all the stuff, you've got your food, you've got something to watch planned. That's not going to take a lot of attention. I was not I thought I would get all this stuff done. I definitely didn't. So I definitely vegged out for the first week. So you have to give yourself that amount of time. Obviously, it's going to depend on the amount of work that you're having done. The more work you're having done, the more time you're going to need. It's a onslaught on your body, and it's going to take a long time for you to feel better. It took a long time for me to feel better. We had a breast lift and liposuction on my hips, belly, and thighs. And I only live like 2 blocks from my mom's house. And normally I'd, no problem walking that. Well, I damn near passed out on the first walk that I took. So I had been pacing around the house. And then I don't know if it was day 4 or 5 where I'm like, okay, let's see if I can get to my house. So walked home to visit the fam and was very, very tired. Getting back, I stayed at my house for a while for the day and then walked back extremely exhausted. There was just this very odd sensation in my thighs with the liposuction. It was like a numbness. I didn't anticipate the fatigue. So there was a lot of fatigue really fast. So, I was obviously walking slow. I had someone walking with me, and just being aware that you're not going to be at your peak. But do what you can, rest when you can. I definitely did a lot of lymphatic massages. I did a lot of bed level exercises. I stood and paced around the house a lot to get me ready for that walk. And then the next day it was easier. Every day got easier. So just keep going. Do what you can. If you can't do what you think you could, that is okay also. Just don't give up. Keep going. You're going to do fine. You're going to do great. Keep inching your way a little bit further. Then what else started? So week 2, I was back at my house being a little bit more active, trying to like catch up with some like computer based work in my home office. Um, just getting up frequently. So sometimes I would forget it. I'd get involved in doing something and forgetting to get up. So after a while, you kind of numb out to like how uncomfortable all these garments are, and you just kind of power through. But it was really important because then when I would get up, I'd be super sore and stiff. And so, like, you really need to, like, kind of warm up into it, get those legs moving a little bit. You're going to have to spend more time standing than sitting. You're not going to be able to sit in one position for very long. I know a lot of folks go back to work at 2 weeks after a procedure. And honestly, if it's not like a very flexible office job or work from home job where you can frequently get up and sit down and change your position, do different things, I would have found that super difficult. So absolutely give yourself 2 weeks off for sure, 3 weeks if you can. I personally, because I do like sitting office stuff like this a lot, but also the other part of my job is going around a hospital, providing manual therapy on people. I didn't see a client until I think week 3 for manual therapy, but it was like very easy. It wasn't like a full body thing. And then by week 4, which is now, I've taken a few clients and I'm going to go into the hospital for my first time. So I had given myself 5 weeks off of the hospital because I'm like running around on different floors and helping people get up and down and stuff like that. So I actually gave myself 5 weeks off, but I'm going to go back this week. So it's in week 4. So as much time as you can give yourself and flexibility as you can give yourself, absolutely do it. Give yourself the month or more, 6 weeks if you can, to ease back into a full schedule. And then what else? So during this whole time period, I've been kind of like keeping track of what I was doing. I had my follow-up. I had a few lymphatic massages, but only 2 that somebody else did on me. And I'm really the person in the area that does a lot of the hands-on post-op care. So that was a little complicated to find someone to work on me. I went to one person that it was just not great experience, to be honest with you. There are certain standards that anyone who is providing hands-on manual care should be providing, and that includes draping you, even though it's this cosmetic procedure. I was not instructed about what was going to happen, so I really didn't know what she was planning to do because I don't know her. And then I was left completely uncovered, which I was very uncomfortable with. But I also didn't know what she was gonna do, so I kind of didn't say anything at the time because I kept thinking are you about to cover me? I don't know I don't even know where you're going right now, so I don't know what you need exposed at. So anyway, very vulnerable time. I feel for myself. That was a pretty not great experience, but obviously I didn't book any more appointments with her. I found someone else, someone that I know who I've talked to on the pod before. I traveled down to see her because I know that she is part of CSL therapy like I am. I know she's well trained. I know she has a lot of experience. I know she comes from the same world that I do. And so I wanted someone who I knew what they were doing to at least look at my body and tell me no, you're missing this. No, your garment's wrong. No, whatever was wrong, I wanted her eyes to be able to tell me do this more, do that more. And that's a fantastic part about going to see someone, even if it's not someone that you can see regularly, even if you have to go out of your way to see someone that you know is well respected and good and has great qualifications, great skills. They will be able to at least guide you on how you can help better take care of yourself. I know, like, I didn't have anyone that was local to me. Not everybody has someone that's local. I do a lot of wound consults, and a lot of that is because you're traveling out of your area and you are not near anyone that's willing or able to take care of you in your current location. So I do wound consults for that, but it's obvious like some people don't have anyone to do good care on them just body wise. So in light of that, I'm kind of creating a self-care course. There's a lot of courses out there geared towards clinicians to provide care to post-op clients, but there are so many clients that don't really have anyone near them. So I'm going through and I'm creating, a self-care guide that someone could potentially, even if it's like in between visits, something that you can do, guide you through the process from preparation to like this early recovery phase. So I'll put a link to that below. I'm going to do like a pre-sale thing because it's definitely not all ready right now. And you can find that. And if you want, whatever, grab it. If you aren't interested, you want to wait till it's complete, that's cool too. But anyway, I know that there's a need out there. There is so much to know that even like myself, when I was with Afia, she's like, to do that. And I'm like, I know, but there's like so much to do that you kind of, there are pieces that you just have to let go because there are other things that come up. So it was a great experience. I was able to dial back in a little bit, make some minor tweaks to what I'm doing. And so I really feel fantastic now and I'm on the right track. And I want everyone who's out there choosing to go through surgery to also have that experience. So I'm going to be out here continuing to come up with different topics to talk about. So if there's something you'd like me to talk about, feel free to comment below. Let me know what you need to know about. Finding people to talk to, finding deals for all of us, opportunities where we can get great products and equipment and things like that. That's going to help us all recover faster and just keep sharing. So thank you so much for joining and following along. And I've really enjoyed connecting with everybody. And I can't wait to bring you more information and continue to improve my own situation. And then I know that I'll be able to share that information with all of you out there as well. So thank you so much for joining. If you want to join, get the self-care guide, there'll be a link below. You can feel free to reach out however you're seeing this. If you are someone who is dealing with a wound issue, it doesn't matter if it's little. I do 3 different options. I have an email option where you just send me something. I got the garment on, I can't breathe. So you can send me something via email. That's like a quick little, we're just emailing, we're not getting on a video. There's a video call where we'll schedule a time and we'll talk like this and we'll go over everything and answer your questions. And then let's say you have a larger open wound and it's probably going to take a couple of interactions, then we can go with the bigger system. So all sorts of options ready and available for you. I really thank you for following along. If you need anything, you can find me at betterwounds.com/shop to grab a consult. Talk soon. Happy recovery.